There is a truth beneath everything, not hidden in secrecy, not guarded by institutions, not locked behind knowledge, hidden in plain sight, so familiar that it goes unnoticed, so fundamental that it feels invisible. It is the assumption that reality is made of things, objects, people, moments, events, separate, independent, moving through space and time as if space and time were containers holding them apart. This assumption feels natural, but natural does not mean true. When science began looking closely enough, this idea quietly collapsed. At the smallest measurable scales, matter stopped behaving like matter. Particles were no longer points, properties were no longer fixed, outcomes were no longer determined. Reality became probabilistic, not because we lacked information, but because information itself was not local. This was the first crack, then came the second. Particles separated by vast distances behaved as if distance did not exist. Measure one, and the other responded instantly, not by sending a signal, not by exchanging information, but by already being correlated. This was not philosophy, it was measurement, and it forced an uncomfortable conclusion. Reality does not operate through separation, it operates through relationship. At the deepest level, the universe behaves like a single system expressing itself in many places at once. Distance becomes secondary, objects become contextual, space becomes an emergent convenience, and time, once believed to be absolute, fractures as well. Time slows near mass, time stretches with speed. Time moves differently depending on where you stand. There is no universal now, only local experiences of becoming. This means the universe is not unfolding on a shared timeline. It is unfolding relationally. Events do not simply happen. They happen in relation to everything else. This realization destabilizes more than physics. It destabilizes identity, because identity depends on boundaries, a self here, a world there, but boundaries, like objects, may be interfaces rather than fundamentals. The brain gives rise to experience, yes, but experience does not behave like a byproduct. It behaves like a field. Awareness does not appear suddenly at a certain level of complexity. It deepens, it expands, it concentrates, it fades, but it does not switch on or off. This suggests something quietly radical. Consciousness may not be created by matter. Matter may be one way consciousness expresses structure. This does not mean the universe thinks. It means awareness may be as fundamental as existence itself, not intentional, not personal, but present, a capacity for experience woven into the fabric of reality. This explains why observation matters, why outcomes depend on measurement, why the act of looking is not neutral. Reality does not merely reveal itself, it responds, and response implies sensitivity. The universe is sensitive, infinitely so. Small fluctuations echo across cosmic scales. Tiny differences cascade into galaxies, stars, and worlds. Nothing is isolated, everything participates. This challenges the idea of control. A mechanical universe can be manipulated. A relational universe must be engaged with, and engagement carries responsibility. If separation is an illusion, then harm is never isolated. If awareness is shared at depth, then indifference is not neutral. Every interaction leaves a trace, not only in memory or consequence, but in structure. The universe remembers through correlation. This does not mean meaning is imposed. It means meaning emerges from patterns, from relationships, from participation. We are not observers standing outside the universe. We are expressions of it attempting to understand itself locally. Each mind is a perspective. Each life is a lens. Each moment is a narrowing of something vast into something specific. This does not elevate humanity, it contextualizes it. We are not central, but we are relevant, because relevance is relational, not hierarchical. The universe is not a thing moving toward a destination, it is a process unfolding, and processes do not have final states, they have trajectories. Understanding this dissolves the fear of meaninglessness, not by replacing it with certainty, but by replacing isolation with connection. Existence does not need purpose imposed upon it. It generates purpose through participation. This reframes death, not as disappearance, but as transformation of perspective. Just as a wave does not vanish when it breaks, but returns to the ocean that formed it. The form ends, the process continues. This is not belief, it is coherence. A non-local universe cannot produce isolated awareness. A relational reality cannot contain absolute separation. And a process-based cosmos cannot treat existence as disposable. What exists in relation, always. This truth was never hidden. It was simply overshadowed by the comfort of simplicity. Things are easier than relationships. Objects are easier than processes. Isolation is easier than participation, but ease is not accuracy. And now, slowly, quietly, undeniably, science is circling back to the oldest insight of all, that reality is not made of things. It is made of connections, and you are one of them. This is Insight Vault.